I was like, Allah, if you're real, give me a sign, give me a sign. Classic. And man, I'm not going to lie, that whole day, bro, I was just looking for signs. Like, I'm looking at people's license plates. Like, is there like a bumper sticker that has something to do with God? Because I wanted answers, right? I've been wanting answers my entire life. Mind you, I'm 27 years old at the time. So for a decent chunk of my life, I'm searching for answers. So the whole day goes by and I'm looking and nothing happens, right? And nothing happens. And that night, I'm home. At the time, I lived by myself in this condo currently. It just looked a lot different because at the time I didn't have a wife, and solo living in a condo. There was like 4 pieces of furniture. She's done an incredible job furnishing the place, mashallah. But so at the time, by myself, living in my condo, and I have a little den, a little gaming room, and I was playing Call of Duty until like 2 a.m. And normally when you're playing video games, you got a headset or something on, but the version of the game that I was playing some multiplayer, shipment for those of you who play Call of Duty. I was playing a specific thing where I didn't need my headphones. I was listening to a podcast. It's about 2 a.m. and I hear a weird noise coming from my living room. So I'm like, what the heck? I go to my living room. Now, here's what's crazy. My name's Andrew Kaspiris. My nickname, what everybody calls me, is AK, and the reference is AK-47. It comes from when I was younger and I used to play football. It's such a big nickname of mine. I even got it, before Islam, I even got it tattooed on my arm, little AK-47. So for Christmas, my father actually purchased a AK-47 decanter, right? So it's something that, you fill up, astaghfirullah, but you fill up with alcohol. So I had done that during the Christmas time. I'd filled up with alcohol, a non-carbonated, I forget exactly what it was, but a non-carbonated alcohol. And I actually had it above my TV, right in my living room. And it has like a screw on, like the end of the gun, the barrel of the gun is like a screw on lid. So I come to my living room, I look up above the TV, and I see that the AK-47 is empty. All the alcohol has poured out. The lid is it looks like it almost snapped off. And I'm sitting on my couch, this exact same area, not this couch though, because the previous couch was horrible. The wife, made a nice renovation to it. But I'm sitting on the couch, looking at the AK-47, questioning life, trying to analyze scientifically. Okay, it was not overfilled. It wasn't like there wasn't pressure. It's not hot, so it couldn't have it's heat and then it somehow expanded. It's not like, how could this scientifically have happened? And then it hit me that earlier that day is when I asked Allah for a sign. I got just I'm getting goosebumps now just remembering that moment. I just got a surge of goosebumps. I was just like, this is genuinely crazy, because you always hear so many people ask for a sign and nothing happens, because the reality, again, hindsight, everything's a sign. If you look at the planet we live on, each human has a unique fingerprint. Like, there's so many things that are signs. But anyways, this was a very, very profound moment for me. So what I did at about 2 a.m. is I sent the sheikh a little WhatsApp message and I said, brother, I'm ready. That was on like a Wednesday. On the Friday, he invited me to Jummah at the mosque, and just great human being. I posted the video on my Instagram. Alhamdulillah that I have that on video. It's such a beautiful moment every time I watch it. And he actually decided, he's like, let's let you take your shahada and accept Islam before the Jummah, so you could actually participate in your first Jummah prayer. So alhamdulillah, man, that was December 30th of 2022. And ever since then, I have finally found that peace that I was looking for. I found the answers that I was looking for. I found that internal happiness, not just the exterior things being cool. Alhamdulillah, about 8 months later, I got married to my wife, incredible human being as well. And now, alhamdulillah, just about 3 weeks ago, we actually had our first kid. So life is, alhamdulillah, life is in a very, it's such a night and day difference. Pre-Islam to now being a Muslim. So alhamdulillah for everything, eternally grateful. And, it's been a journey. I would say it's been a crazy journey for my whole life, and to reach a point where there's that internal fulfillment. No